Today we'll be doing lesson 11.7, estimate volume, and it starts on page 675 in your Go Math book. So today basically our lesson consists of two different steps. We're going to first, step one, count how many items there are in the picture. And then you can do this two different ways. You can literally sit there and count each of the items out by doing like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or in order to figure out how many items there are, you can use the equation volume equals length times width times height. So if you can count how many there are lengthwise, multiply it by how many there are widthwise, and then multiply however many items there are heightwise, and you can get your answer that way. So the first step of this lesson is to look at the picture and then count how many items there are. However you want to count is your choice. After you figure out how many items there are in the picture, you're going to do step two. You're going to multiply the volume of the item by how many items there are in the picture. So in each problem, they're going to tell you, for example, this box has a volume of 10. So if the volume of each box is 10, you then will multiply it by however many boxes there are in the picture. So let's do this. So let's pretend I had a picture and I counted that there are, let's say, 8 boxes. Okay, so there's 8 boxes in the picture, and then according to the problem, each box has a volume of 10. So volume for one box equals 10. So how do you figure out the volume of all of the boxes? You would do 10 times 8, and that would give you 80. Okay, so step one, count the boxes. Step two, multiply the volume by however many boxes there are. The trickiest part is these pictures are not the greatest, so just do the best you can when you're looking at the pictures and counting. All right, let's go to page 676. 676, and we're going to look at the make connections part. All right, so step one, let's count how many boxes there are. There's a couple different ways to do this. You can sit there and count the boxes out, or you can figure out what's the length, the width, and the height. So just to do it this way, I am looking here. The box to the right holds 4 crayon boxes. So I notice there's 4 crayon boxes, 1, 2, 3, 4. In each of the, how many layers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 layers. So there's 4 boxes in each of the 5 layers. So 4 times 5 is 20. So I know that there are 20 boxes in this picture. Okay. So in this problem, they're making us figure out, well, what's the volume of this? So at the very beginning of the make connections part, it says the crayon has a length of 3 inches, a width of 4 inches, and a height of 1 inch. The volume of the crayon box is blank cubic inches. Okay, so length times width times height. 3 times 4 times 1. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 times 1 is 12. So each box has a volume of 12 cubic inches. Okay, so each box has a volume of 12 cubic inches. We just said now how many boxes are there? There are 20 boxes, because the box to the right holds 4 crayon boxes in each of the 5 layers. 4 times 5 is 20. So in order to figure out the volume of one crayon box by the estimated number of crayon boxes that fit in the box to the right, we are going to do 12 times 20. And here's the answer, lucky for you. 12 times 20 is 240. The 20 I got from, there's 20 boxes in this picture. The 12 I got is that the volume of each box is 12 cubic inches. So I did 12 times 20 and I got a volume of all these together is 240 cubic inches. Okay. Now let's go to page 677, and we're going to look at number 1. Okay. These are different tissue boxes. So take a minute and it says in the problem, each tissue box has a volume of 125 cubic inches. So one tissue box has a volume of 125 cubic inches. Okay, so let's figure out how many tissue boxes are there. Take a minute and count. I see there's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there are 9 tissue boxes. Okay, so what would be the volume of all of them together? 9 times 125. 9 times 125, because there's 9 boxes, they each have a volume of 125. So 9 times 125 gives you 1,125 cubic inches. Okay, so you're going to do that for the following problems in this lesson. You are going to count however many boxes there are, and then multiply it by the volume of each of those boxes. Take your time when you're counting the pictures out. They are not the best.